Y'all know me better.
Oh wow.
All right. Well,
Well,
hey.
that was not expected, man. I didn't get to hear
Me
my
neither.
jam. You like, what?
All right.
Hey, well,
That's
it's all
funny.
good. Anyways, welcome back over to the podcast, folks. To not numero uno, but dos bearded guys are here.
You working on your Spanish there, sir?
Yeah, I feel like I need to, man. Like, I'm a Floridian,
that is
and
true.
they
That is very true.
it's becoming very, very normal to speak Spanish here. So, but anyway, welcome back over, everybody. Hopefully you all have had an amazing weekend thus far. A happy Fourth as well. How was your Fourth of July, my man?
Oh man, it was good. Friday, me and the fellas got together and we went and golfed a little bit. We've been trying some new courses out whenever we go. I actually did pretty decent this time, so I'm pretty proud of that. And then yesterday we went over to my godmother's house and we did basically a fish fry and a barbecue. So we had you know, fish and beef and pork ribs and fries and baked beans and all the works. So and
That sounds great. Yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah. Was it Friday or Thursday? It might have been Thursday. Was it Thursday? No, it was Friday. Friday, we ended up going to this fireworks show um, up the road from us, just so a little bit she could see the fireworks. She slept halfway through the show, and then she finally woke up,
Mhm.
and then she saw some of it, and then we were gonna go to one last night, but um, it was too hot, and we just didn't want to get her out in the heat. So yeah, that's all we did. How about
Nice,
you?
nice. Hey, what's up, Bear? Got my man Bear in the chat here.
What up, Duke?
Good to see you, my guy. 4th of July was nice. We so really last couple of years we've been having a really, really low key just 4th of July day, so to
Mm-hmm.
speak. We don't really do. I mean, we used to, but we used to do like the gatherings and stuff like that. But for the last, I'd say maybe about 2 years or so, we just kind of kept our heads down and
Mm-hmm.
wait till the nighttime to go see some fireworks. We'll do a little bit, get some barbecue. But yesterday, it was honestly, man, it was a really, really just normal day for us. We didn't really do much. In fact, we didn't go downtown to watch fireworks in our neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot, man. Okay, so they recently like passed a law to where we're allowed to have like the big fireworks here in Florida
Mm-hmm.
because we used to couldn't do that. There was a particular type of fireworks that they would allow, but then they passed it to where, all right, y'all doing it anyway, so let's just go ahead and legalize it. So we have to go to drive to Alabama to get the real fireworks. That's where
Mm-hmm.
they are. So me and my two younger ones, they went to down the street to neighbor's house, and they had fireworks over there. And me and the wife and my oldest, we just kind of sat out in front of the house in the yard and just looked up at the sky, and it was pretty cool, man. To be honest with you, we sat there for almost 2 hours, talking and just laughing, joking. It was a nice night.
Yeah,
I'll say that it was really, really nice. So, our
that's what's
fourth
up.
was, no complaints. But I gotta say, I was kind of debating to whether bring this up or not. And I'm bringing it up because I just saw it on national news. But there was a shooting downtown
Mm-hmm.
here after the fireworks show, and let's just say it didn't end that well. And I was like, you see, this is why I don't go anywhere. During these type of holidays, they always kind of tell you if you don't have to be out, don't. And
Yeah.
I'm just thankful that we were home and not around the YNs.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
Exactly. Yeah, because we were actually supposed to go to one on Wednesday night, and it rained for one. But I mean, by that time it had stopped, but we didn't end up going. And then I just happened to get on Facebook not too long after that and saw that somebody got arrested at that event. I was like, glad we didn't go.
Yep. Sometimes I'm just glad to stay home, man. Just, dude. So do you see any comments coming in through the StreamYard? Because I don't see nothing on my end.
Yeah. Yeah, Bear said just got working at the moment, about to be off work, got some good things brewing.
I see it on like the actual screen, but I just can't see it over here to the right. But sorry, I can read it.
What you got brewing over there, Mr. Project _
Some food, new content, whatever the case may be. Hey, I'm pretty sure it's something epic. So, ladies and gentlemen, we didn't just leave y'all with just a one-hitter quitter last week. After being away for 7 months, we told y'all we were going to be doing this consistently again. And here we are once again. And it's crazy. I mean, we could talk about this, of course, that me and Bearded here, we really didn't come up with a topic until Friday?
That's how we roll. That's when we do our best work.
It really is, man. Very spontaneous. So I've been thinking about it. I was like, man, I said, we got the podcast coming up and we haven't chatted about this. So y'all got to understand something. So, Bearded here's a new father and, work priorities. I've been very busy. We don't really converse as much as we used to back in the day. But that doesn't mean that, we don't converse at all. So we, I just thought about it. I was like, dang, man, we got the podcast coming up Sunday. What the heck are we going to talk about? And then it just dawned on me. I said, we've had so much happen this week.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's a lot that's happened this week. And, if you're looking at the title here, we're going to be talking about some things that have pretty much altered history, at least for a gamer, I'll say. Yep. At least for a gamer. So, and then the other topic is, of course, the freaking renegades that decided to do what they did and stop everybody in their tracks, which I just don't. Yeah. Which one of these do you want to tackle first? I mean, I personally feel like we should knock that out first, but if you want to,
yeah, I'm cool with that. But before we do, guys, if you're on YouTube, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you're enjoying the content. Also, drop a comment down below. We definitely want to converse with you guys, get some back and forth going. And also, if you're live on Twitch, we are live on Twitch as well. So if you got any comments, feel free to put them in the chat. If you got any questions, also, if y'all don't mind, highlight your questions just in case. That way we can see them. But yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and hop off into this. We're going to talk about the viral couple that scaled the Empire State Building. I saw this, but I did not read up on it. But like I did some research on it yesterday, and I was like, this is interesting. You basically climbed the Empire State Building just to do a proposal, like an engagement proposal, only for you to get arrested. How daredevilish of you.
Dude. I wish we had some pictures, right? The couple had actually took they took some selfies. I don't know. I guess it was like before they did it.
Mm.
And I was talking to some of my clients. I looked at them too, and I was like, ain't no way these two from America. Cause they got this certain look. And then I'm looking at the names. I'm like, his name is Ivan. I say, yep, never mind. Yep, this guy ain't from America. Neither is she. Because we don't do stuff like that.
We do not.
Bro, so when I remember when I first saw it, I was in my bedroom and I just looked at my phone. I thought it was a joke. I thought it was
AI generated.
I thought it was AI generated because god darn 70-80% of the freaking internet is AI generated. That's another topic for another day. But I really thought it was fake. And then I kept seeing it like it had made it to national news. I'm like, what's going on here? I'm like, are they just doing it just to do it? Are they gonna jump or something? And then I found out, like you did, that it was an engagement. So I'm trying to like make sense of this, and I can't. As to what in the world would make a person believe that this was a good idea. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
You ain't got to do all of that just to engage. I mean, this is supposed to be about the YouTube, but they made it about. They got the whole world involved. This is something she'll never forget. You know what I'm saying? But after it happened, I started seeing memes. I said, okay. This is one of those things that's turning into something else.
Mm-hmm.
And that's pretty much how, if you know anything about the media, if you know anything about the internet, all it takes is like something like this to just start a wildfire of different type of like content utilizing the situation here.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, do you think that they did this for 15 minutes of fame, or do you believe that he did this or they did this or whatever, just for a thrill? My thing, how the heck did he convince her to do that anyway? That's what I'm wondering.
So I think I was reading up on it today, and apparently they're part of some kind of group that does stuff like this, like Daredevil stuff. And I can't remember what was said. I can't remember if it was he wanted to propose to her this way, and I guess they decided to do it. So I don't know if he actually told her that. Or let me take it back. I don't know if he told her, "Hey, I want to propose to you on top of the Empire State Building," or if it's like, "Hey, let's go climb the Empire State Building," and then when they got up there, they dropped the flag and he proposed and whatever.
I think it was that. Because think about it, it doesn't really make any sense to say, I'm going to propose to you on top of this building. Like, that just kind of crushes the surprise and the suspense.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think that he probably just like, because what you said was true from what you read. If this is what they do, she probably didn't think anything of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is just what we do. Okay, cool, let's just go. And then they get up there and bam, on one knee. I
don't even know if he had any room for one knee from the picture.
I just would like to see how they did it in its entirety. Like, how do you? Okay, so I'm assuming they took an elevator to the roof.
That was gonna be my next question. How the heck did they get up there?
Yeah, because I'm sure it wasn't no King Kong situation, but they took the elevator to the roof and then started climbing the beacon, I guess. Which, I mean, I don't know about you, I don't know how you feel about heights, but there's just no way. No way.
I mean, I don't mind heights. I've been on roller coasters before.
Yeah,
They're
but
not
would you do something like that though?
no, heck, do you see my skin tone?
Yeah, we don't do stuff like that, bro.
Bro, I'll be the first one out that survives the horror movie.
We don't do stuff like that. And Bear says he's making some range content. Okay,
Nice.
that's what's up. That is what's up. I need to get out to the range, bro. It's been a
Same.
while. It's been a hot minute. Really, really big minute.
Queen Lifeline, what's up, sis? Welcome in. Happy Sunday.
Let me see. I love heights, but I ain't doing that. See there, we found something you won't do, bro. Go ahead and climb up there, Bear. You ain't scared of nothing.
Nothing.
You ain't scared of nada. Not nothing. I skydive. I'm not climbing no building. You know what would have been cool? If they had jumped off with parachutes.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
Or parasailing or something. I would do the parachute, but that would have been in history books.
Oh yeah. Man.
Well,
will you marry me? Yes. Free falling.
Oh my gosh. we on some Assassin's Creed type of stuff.
They just did the synchronization.
Oh man. Let me see what we had. Got some handsome brothers alive. Hey, appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, you know.
I know, right? We try. We try. We try. That would have been different if they had parachutes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no type of black person climbing that building. Nah, I ain't doing it.
Not one bit.
No.
Not even for $1 billion.
Nah, but they got their 15 minutes of fame, and you know how this goes. Now they're not gonna keep him in jail. They're probably already out of jail, honestly.
I think they got arraigned, but I don't know if they're gonna. I don't know.
Well, one thing we do know is that whenever that legal stuff is over with, they're gonna be on like podcasts and you know how this goes. Anytime somebody do something stupid, people throw money at them.
Oh yeah,
they just throw money at them.
Exactly, and this man I don't know. Can't be me. Wouldn't be me. Ain't gonna be me.
Bear said, I'm crazy, but I ain't stupid. My man said, I ain't stupid. ain't stupid. I ain't stupid, man.
I love heights, but not that type of height unless I'm in a plane. Hey, facts. There you go.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah. I don't know. I thought, like I said, I thought it was AI. I thought it was fake. And yeah, they definitely stopped the world for a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Well, I kind of figured like I wanted to get that over with right there and just kind of chime in on that from my brother's standpoint. But the meat and potatoes of today's episode is obviously physical games going extinct. So I was talking to on my Instagram account, I've been making content related to this. And I made a comment, I think yesterday or the day before yesterday. So 2016, I had read an article. I made a video about this 10 years ago too. But I had read an article that Best Buy was about to stop putting CDs, like music CDs, on the shelf. So it didn't really get to the point of movies and stuff just yet, but I think it was because, you had stuff like Spotify in the picture and Apple Music and stuff like that is hot, and whatever else is out there, that's pretty much, everyone's streaming music, and less people were buying it. Mm-hmm. So, that started there. And sure enough, here we are in 2026. There is no CDs at Best Buy anymore. There's really hardly any physical media, like video games, movies. it's nothing there.
Yeah.
So the fact that it's going extinct, I don't know if anybody has heard about this. I'm pretty sure you have if you're a gamer. Sony announced last week that they were going to be discontinuing the distribution of physical copies of their games going forward.
Yep.
Once again, I thought it was a joke. I thought it was something that was just, AI generated once again, but it was true.
And not too long after that, Xbox followed suit.
The next day. Like the next day, they were like, yeah, we're gonna, go ahead and read the room too and do the same thing. But a lot of people say that Xbox kind of started doing it already before Sony even considered it, with the whole Game Pass thing. I think Xbox kind of threw in the towel when it came to, the system and the games, and because a lot of people just started really, really converting over to Sony. The PlayStation, that war between PlayStation and Xbox was a tremendous battle for a long time, but I think it's safe to say that Sony pretty much won that battle. But now we're all in for an even bigger battle with the physical media going extinct. Now, there is an argument going on right now on the internet between two branches of people, the people who are embracing this and the people who are resisting it, right? So the people that are embracing it are just really, I don't think they're being kind of nasty, to be honest with you. Like, Bear, you saw a comment on one of my videos. It wasn't anything disrespectful, but the guy was like, just let it die. What's wrong with it dying? I'm like,
yeah, I saw that too.
Just listen to how that sounds. Like, let it die. Like, you don't understand. Like, you must be like 20, 25 years old or something like that. You don't understand why this is such a big deal to people from our generation and maybe even the generation under us too. The Gen Z, whatever Z, I can't remember.
Yeah, Gen Z, yeah.
Yeah, man. And now it's like, it's a big deal. It's a really, really big deal. We're about to start seeing, I believe, price gouges. Oh my gosh.
Oh, man.
A shift in just how much people buy, because there are already people saying that they're not going to buy the PlayStation 6 because of this. And I don't know, man. What are your thoughts on this whole ordeal?
Man, I mean, like you mentioned earlier, you going to Best Buy and not seeing any CDs or DVDs or anything like that. All that started, with the car industry, because, well, I ain't gonna say it started with the car industry, but the car industry basically kind of took off with it, because now, unless you have an older model vehicle, you're not going to have a CD player at all. Everything is Bluetooth. Everything is Android Auto. Everything is Apple CarPlay. So again, like you said, you're streaming your music. Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, iHeartRadio, all those streaming services are taking over at this point. So what's the need for a CD? And then the DVDs. And now, some stores still sell DVDs, but you got to have a DVD player to do it. And now you got Netflix, you got Hulu, you got Tubi, you got all these streaming services. But for us gamers that grew up with physical copies, it hurts. It really does hurt. Now, obviously, confession for those that follow my journey, I have just completely switched all the way over to PC. I grew up with Xbox. I had all the Xboxes except for the newest one. I think I had a PS4. No, it was a 2. It was a PS2. I had actually got it kind of like a hand-me-down from my uncle or whatever. So I did have a PlayStation. So yeah. But I think what's really going to happen now that physical media is going away, PlayStation Plus, Xbox Game Pass, they're going to be expensive.
Right.
They are going to be expensive. And I mean, I have Game Pass on the PC, and I think it's close to 20, maybe 25. It's somewhere in that range. I can't remember because it's already on this auto pay or whatever. But like, I guess some people are embracing it because it's like, all right, I could just, instead of going out and get a physical copy and paying like $60 or $70 for it, I can pay $25 a month and just download it. So I can see that side, but for the generation where we grew up, where we had all that stuff and we still have the consoles, it's going to be kind of hard for us to adapt to it, if that makes sense.
So there was a point I wanted to make. I was thinking about how I wanted to word it. So we all remember, well, I think we're all old enough here to remember VHS. So, I grew up in that generation as well. And then the DVD players, became a thing. And I was just thinking, like, how did the people that were, I guess, the Generation X, how did they feel about the conversion from VHS to DVD? Was it hard for them to adjust? But then I thought about it. I'm like, well, it probably wasn't that hard because this situation is not like that situation, because that was a conversion to a whole different physical media. It wasn't we're going from VHS to like something you have to download or whatever the case may be. For us, it's literally going from physical to
digital,
nothing to digital or whatever. So, and the thing with me is that I'm not anti-digital whatsoever. Bear, I think I had talked about, I told you this yesterday in the voice note, and I was talking to my wife about it, that I was pretty disappointed that I had to buy Resident Evil Requiem digitally. And just about every Resident Evil I ever bought was physical. And I got it digital because I could not find it anywhere physical. It was selling out like crazy. So, and I really wanted to play it. So I'm like, bumping, man, we'll just download it. And it just bothered me to do that. So I'm not anti-digital whatsoever. I have plenty of digital games on my PC. Got some back here on the PS5. Probably more than I want to admit. And there is some and there is some convenience there, I guess. But I think that one of the most biggest concerns about this is that people are like, they're thinking, or they're, saying that we don't really own it.
Yeah.
You don't own it. Like you can't just hold it. You know what I'm saying? Right here in your hands. You know what I mean? And people are like, the argument from the people who are embracing it are like, oh, y'all just upset, or you just mad because you can't, collect it and, kind of show it off. I'm like, well, and like, that's a big deal to some people.
Right. Yep.
Like back in the day, and even still, like people collected things like baseball cards and Pokemon cards, and they would like pass that down to like their generations, like my video games and stuff, my consoles. I could give it to my kids one day if they want it. I could give it to my grandchildren one day if they want it. How can you do that now, like after 2028? At least with newer titles. So people are like, physical media is dying. I think that it's endangered. Let me put it like that. I'm not gonna say it's dying, it's endangered.
Yeah.
Because I've been telling people for the last 24 hours that people have the power to like turn this around. They really do. Because there's a lot of people pissed off about it. I'm like, well, don't buy the system then. Make a statement with your wallet. If you don't buy the system, they will rethink what it is that they're doing, the decision that they've made. But people have a way, and I think we all can agree, people have a way, or a tendency, should I say, of eventually embracing change.
Yeah.
They do. So, like, we're talking about it now. Is this going to be as big of as fresh of a conversation in the next 2 years? Like, are we still going to be mad about it 2 years later when it happens? Are we still going to do what we can to embrace the physical 2 years from now? Or are we just going to be like, you know what? It's here. There's nothing we can do.
Yeah. No point in crying about it.
No point. I mean, really ain't no point in crying about it because it is what it is. But I just feel some type of way about the people that's like talking about it, but then really don't have a long-term plan as far as what to do to reverse it. Because I believe that people are still going to buy this system.
Oh yeah.
I just believe it. And I said I wasn't going to buy it, but I can even see myself probably far down into the future, just kind of just like, you know what, it is what it is.
Just
yeah, I still have my physical games. I still have, what I have. And as long as I'm having options, because a gamer like me, I play a lot of older titles. So I'm not really too worried about, PlayStation 6 and games like that. I'm more so embracing what we have with the 5 and then under and Nintendo, Super Nintendo, blah, 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 and stuff like that. But do you believe that this puts gaming stores in danger?
Yes and no. But I'm more so on the yes side. And the only reason I'm saying yes is because obviously they're not gonna be selling physical copies. But there's one console that is, as far as I know, they're still gonna be doing physical copies, and that's Nintendo.
Yes.
So I mean, obviously Nintendo is about to be back on top at some point.
Nintendo is like that the little kid that just won't go away. He's just there, and he's always going to be there. And yeah, Nintendo definitely. I think they have something though. They have a
They do have that store that you can buy.
I can't remember if it's a key card or a game card. Yeah, so there is an option for buying digital, but I don't believe that Nintendo will conform because Nintendo, unlike Sony and Microsoft, they're just, first of all, it's Japan, number one, and number two, they don't bend easily. Like they don't bend on their prices. They just don't conform that easily like the other two companies. And I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Like I when PlayStation 1 came out, I mean, I was Team Nintendo before the PlayStation 1 came out. And when the PS1 came out, I kind of abandoned Nintendo. And not that I don't love it or anything. Some of my favorite titles are on the Nintendo. My son, he loves Nintendo. He has Switch 2. I got a Switch 1, he's got a Switch 2. So he's Team Nintendo to infinity and beyond. So I know for me, I'm like, man, I might start just trying to embrace it myself. You know what I'm saying? Just to make a statement. And I feel like a lot of other gamers too. Like if you love physical media that much, then maybe you should do the same. The only problem with that is that a lot of titles that are on the PlayStation are not on the Switch. Some of them are, but not all of them. Like Bear, is Requiem on the Switch? Do you know if it's on the Switch? Like a title like that?
Not that I know of, that I've heard.
Bear said we are watching history get erased. I feel like it's not even crying about it. It's merely expression. There will always be pushback. I'm not anti-digital, and I'm not against having options as well. So
yeah. But I mean, back to your question, like I think game stores are slightly going to be in trouble because again, no physical copies. But I don't think they'll be in that deep of trouble just because I mean, you're still going to have like because gaming stores, they still sell like collectibles and stuff. Some people they do like their collectibles. So I think they'll be fine. I mean, even though PlayStation and Xbox are gonna be going to digital, they'll still have the little what do you call it? The gift card type, the game code.
Yeah.
They'll still be selling those. So I think they'll be okay, but not to the extent of where, like Bear said earlier, standing outside for midnight releases like we used to do back in the day.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Or anything like that, yeah.
I think that I understand where you're going. Me personally, I think it's a yes and a no. I think they are in danger, particular stores. So the yes goes to GameStop.
Mm-hmm.
I think they are in danger. It's called GameStop. Not game and toys stop or game and collectibles stop. Right. I feel like I don't believe that those collectibles are going to be able to sustain what it takes to run those franchises, because most people go to GameStop for games. Like, I have never went into GameStop looking for a collectible. I just haven't. I'm not saying that people don't, because people do. I see them. Mm-hmm. My kids, they go in GameStop not looking for video games, but they look at the collectibles. So I don't know. GameStop may want to look into pivoting some sort of way, maybe converting it into that if they want to stand a chance. But then again, I don't really know if that's going to be enough to keep them going, since their bread and butter has always been physical video games. Mm-hmm. Now, on the flip side of that, I don't feel like game stores are in trouble, like local stores, like retro stores and stuff like that. We have a couple of here. I think those stores are going to flourish because they're the ones that are embracing the physical media. GameStop is a store. It's a franchise. They don't really have any say as far as like what they carry. They just go off of what the corporation tells them to. Mm-hmm. So like when next gen comes out, PlayStation 6, PlayStation 4 games are out the window. They're gone. And then PlayStation 5 is just going to be there because it's the older system to the 6. And that's pretty much how it goes. When the third system comes out, the first one goes. That's just the way it is. Yeah. They don't care about preserving the nostalgia or the retro titles versus the retro stores that actually care about titles like Final Fight here and other games here they care about that because there's an audience for that. And now that this is happening right now, I think it's going to cause those stores to get more business from people who weren't going there at first, because if you really want physical media to stay alive, then it's going to take the support of the consumers to be able to do that.
Agree.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You can buy all you want to from GameStop, but again, they're only going to produce so much. And when that PlayStation 6 comes out, there's not going to be a shelf there for it. There's not going to be anything, or when the Xbox, whatever new console that they have come out, it's not going to be a shelf there for it. And we can't say we didn't see this coming, because when you go in those stores, it's very, very, very little games.
Yeah,
very, very little. Like, it's probably like less than 20% of the store, and then everything else is just collectibles and shirts, memorabilia, book bags, all that different type of stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go to the one
go ahead,
local here, just to see how theirs look. I was thinking about this while you were talking, because when you go into GameStop, it wasn't just the physical games. They also sold consoles. They also sold, accessories and things like that. So I feel like they may still sell those things, because a lot of people, they still like to go into those stores and buy the controllers and stuff like that. Now, some people, they just get on Amazon and order it there, Yeah,
guilty.
But I mean, I'm thinking of it this way as well. Why not? If your shelves are going to be empty of physical media, right? Why not stock up on the consoles and just sell the consoles?
I mean,
I think that'd be a great idea. I mean, okay, we
yeah,
don't have the disc, but hey, we got the consoles here in stock.
yeah.
That'd be
I
the best
mean,
way to keep them open.
that means that they're essentially going to turn into like just warehouses for the console. You know what I'm saying? I mean, because most GameStops only get so many systems in at per distribution to each store. I feel like it has to be something like that. But again, I feel like they're still in trouble because here, okay, so in my city, do 1, 2, 3 GameStops that I know have closed. Three. And we only have one, and that's in the mall. And I think that's the only reason that it's there is because it's in the mall. So I don't really know if it's helping it or not, but there were 3 of them that closed. And there's one other one I'm thinking about that used to be that's on the side of town we used to live on. I don't know if it's there or not either. So I don't go over there. So I wouldn't be shocked if it wasn't there. But it's really heartbreaking. If I be honest with you, it's heartbreaking because everything that we embrace, and I know we're adults, it doesn't matter, but everything in which we enjoyed as kids is being erased. Toy stores, rental stores, Blockbuster Video, the Hollywood Video, and all those other places, they're being erased.
Yep.
Game stores are shutting down. It's like everything is becoming like digital. And again, like I said before, my biggest problem with this whole thing is I don't like how we are being forced into it and not having a say.
Yeah.
Or a choice. So one of my favorite memories of a video game is when I bought Metal Gear Solid 4. So Metal Gear Solid 4 came out in, I want to say 2008. Correct me if I'm wrong, Bear, but he would know. 2008. 2008. So first of all, I pre-ordered it. And then I went, when it was released, I went and I bought it and was just really, really excited to get home. Couldn't get home fast enough. You know, when you buy a game, you just can't get home fast enough. Like, hurry up, run some red lights or whatever, just to get home. You know, tearing the wrapper off and pop that thing in there and just had a good time, man. Like, and I got so many memories of that happening as well with other video games. And now, pretty soon that won't be a possibility anymore.
Right.
You know, and you got some people that are like, you know, they try to like belittle the feeling. And like Bear said, it's not that we're crying about it. It's expression. We got to stop this whole like just saying, oh, you're overreacting or you're crying about it. Like, no, we're expressing something here. We have a right to do that. And that's exactly what's going on right now. Video games is a titan in this world.
Yep.
When it comes to hobbies, enjoyment, a lot of people use video games for a lot of different reasons, but I guess they're just people who are not that deep into it that don't see the big deal. Like, oh, you still can play, you know, just download it. Like,
it's not the same.
It's not. It's really not the same. It's not. So, okay. I have heard some stories, right, about particular games having licensing issues that you download and people not being able to access the game because of those licensing issues. Those are the type of things that people are concerned about. Like you can purchase the game, pay top dollar for it, just like you would any other game. And then some sort of issue comes about and you can't access the game right then and there. Now, there was I can't remember how far back it was, but there was I could have swore I had more games, right, on my PlayStation, like over the years. And some of those games, I don't know, just disappeared or something happened to where I could not get a hold of them. However, I bought some games on my PlayStation 3, I think back in 2017, 16 or 17 or something like that. And they're still there. So they're there. So I don't know. I haven't had too many issues with the licensing thing, but I do know some people have had some problems with it. But once again, this is one of the reasons as to why having physical copies of a game is a big deal.
Yeah.
You know, what am I going to do? Give my hard drive to my grandkids? Here, all of my video games are here. My grandson, here you go. This has 1,000 video games on it right here. This hard drive, like, out here, man.
Right. Can't do that unless you give them the whole PC.
Right. The heck am I going to do with it at that time?
Oh man. So you actually had sparked this question here when you were talking about Metal Gear 4. You know, what is your favorite gaming memory? For me, it has always been Halo night. Me and my buddies, we would all gather at one of our friends' house, bring 2 TVs, get the Cat 5s, link them up on the Xbox, and play 2v2 or free fall, pizza, drinks, popcorn, all that good stuff. That was some of my favorite memories, and you can't do that now.
Man,
that was the life back then,
man.
And you just can't do it now.
I tell you what, man, some of my favorite memories were gosh, there's so many. All right, I think I can think of 3, and like I said, there's so many more. Like I remember having memories like with one of my brothers. You know, we would play, you know, video games and stuff like that as a kid together, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I would play Street Fighter with my sister, and we would do things like that. And then there were time periods where, you know, this was like the PlayStation 1 era. I had friends. All my friends used to come over to my house. They used to come to my house, and we used to but play Bloody Roar, just all different type of fighting games or whatnot, like pass control if you lose, and it was just kind of like what you were describing about Halo. Now I never really got into Halo, but I've heard a lot of great stories about Halo nights and stuff like that. But I think that one of my all-time favorite moments didn't even really involve a console, but it was involving like arcades, which is something that's pretty much a thing of the past too. You know, taking a quarter and putting it up on the screen. Like I got next, playing games like X-Men versus Street Fighter, Marvel versus Capcom, House of the Dead, and you're literally like, oh, the X-Men game.
Yeah.
X-Men game. You can sit up there with 4 or 5 strangers, don't know each other, but we finna save the world together. You know what I'm saying? Like you made friends in places like that. You made friends when you and your friends or whatever, or just somebody invited another person over and y'all are playing games in your living room, and your mom in there ordering a pizza, whatever the case may be. You made friends with people. You can't do that anymore, man.
And I mean, like, we're not saying that playing online, you can't meet friends while you're playing online, because I mean, Exhibit A right here.
That's how we met, folks. We met on Twitch. Forever thankful for that.
Yeah, and so we're not sitting here saying that you can't make friends and have fun and play games with one another, but it's nothing like physically being in front of somebody playing video games like that you love. You mentioned Turtles.
Mm-hmm.
So me and my brother, we went to Anime Con here in Mississippi not too long ago, and they
Mm-hmm.
had some of the retro games. They had Turtles in Time, and when I tell you that was a game that me and him used to play all the time. We
Yeah.
sat there for literally 2 hours and played that game.
Oh gosh. Yes. Yeah.
One of the greatest memories.
Dude, I love it, man. I love it. And again, it doesn't matter whether you're 10 years old, 35, 40. It just does something to you. And and to your point, it's not, we're not saying that you can't do these things online. You absolutely can. We got tools that allow us to see each other. We got tools allow us to hear each other. But it's still not the same. It's just not. It's not the same, man. And it just one begs the question, like where are we going to be in 20 years, the next 20 years? Because I know I'll be 60 years old in 20 years, man.
Right behind you. Yep.
God dang. But yeah, I'm just thinking about it. I know I'll still be gaming. I ain't worried about that. But it just makes one wonder, like, because I mean, you think about it, we have the Oculus, we got that, and then everything is just, I feel like we're gonna be in the freaking video game, like consciously, like at some point. Like there's gonna be some sort of like, and this is kind of scary, but it's gonna be something to make you feel as if you are the game or in the game. And I know it's true because we got animes that show this, like Sword Art Online, for instance. Have you seen that?
I've seen. I think I started a couple episodes. Like this was a long time ago, but I hadn't really.
What about Solo Level? Solo Level.
Yeah.
Same concept. Video games, but making the gamer feel as if they're in the game, which they kind of are. And I think that's kind of where we're going now, because they're all focusing on experience. Like, how can we make the consumer experience the game more and more and more? And with an anime like Solo Leveling and Sword Art Online does just that. But there's a dark side to that as well. If you die in the game, you die in real life as well. So that's what's like, man, what are we gonna be in 20 years?
Yep. That's kind of like that movie Ready Player One.
I heard of it, haven't seen it. I got the book. I haven't seen the movie.
It's good. I didn't even realize there was a book until I was in Barnes & Noble the other day. I was like, oh,
yep,
cool. But yeah, it's basically like that movie. He had the VR and he was actually a character in the game, and all that stuff. And I mean, like, even now I have an Oculus. I enjoy it. It's pretty fun. You can. Again, you can't physically see people, but just joining up with your friends and everything, it's always pretty cool. Always cool.
Yeah.
What's up, Polo? Speaking of friend, there's one guy that I normally we normally link up every blue moon on the Oculus, and he trolls me, and he's lucky I can't do what I want to do.
Like I said, man, the digital age is not inherently a bad thing. It's not inherently a bad thing. Again, said it once, I say it again. What's bad is not having options. And I think that in the world and in life, options are just a necessity. It's like cars, for instance. Like, let's just say there's a particular car you want. you probably have dealt with this, and you're like, hey, we got this red Suburban right here. I don't want red. I want black. I like black. I prefer black. I don't want that.
Mhm.
You know, well, this is all we got, and this is what you got to take. Well, I ain't buying it then. If that's the case, I want what I want.
Yep.
And that's what I'm trying to say. Like, there's not an option. Or at least it's not going to be an option. Now, between now and 2028, a lot of things could change. You know, but I don't know if they're going to change or not. But for them to put that statement out there now, like, hey, this is what it's going to be. Just go ahead and prepare now. And then like GTA 6, that's not even going to be physical.
Yep.
And that's crazy. That is crazy. But you know what though? I think they pulled a fast one on people. I think that they went ahead and got all those people to pre-order and then drop that on them like, oh yeah, it's not going to be a physical game. I'm glad I didn't do it.
Yeah, they can have it. I mean, don't get me wrong, GTA, that's a good franchise, but nah.
No.
They can have it.
Like I said, if it was physical, it would be completely different. And again, there's some people that feel like it's not a big deal, but I'm put it like this. If you feel like it's not a big deal, then cool. But for those of us who do feel like it's a big deal, let us go ahead and mourn.
Let's have that funeral.
Let us have that, man. We haven't been through, I done had physical games my whole life. My entire life, man. I mean, I got titles on top of titles on top of titles from my childhood to adulthood now. So, but I'm gonna tell you, like I told Bear, and I think I told you guys in the chat, like before this announcement was even made with PlayStation 6, I had already decided I wasn't gonna buy a 6 anyway. Because it's just me. I personally feel like the PlayStation 5, it just didn't do enough to convince me to get a 6. I believe that the PlayStation 4, some of y'all might disagree, but I think PlayStation 4 is still an amazing system. I believe that it stands toe to toe with the PlayStation 5. I just don't think that I don't see it being worth it, man, getting a 6. The 5 had a really, really rough start during the pandemic. It was a point where you couldn't get your hands on it, but you know, they got some pretty decent titles, but I don't think it's enough, at least for me, to be like, oh, I just gotta get a 6. The 5 was just amazing. Like, nah.
Yeah.
And then they're talking about freaking nearly $1,000. You gotta be kidding me. We ain't even talked about the price.
Right.
You might get a PC.
At that point, yeah. That's just a entry-level gaming PC at that point. So you're having separation anxiety.
That's what it sounds like, right? That's what it sounds like.
That's funny.
Queen said she got the first Tekken on CD.
That's
wow.
Dope. That's dope.
Wow.
That is dope.
Man. Y'all about to see some freaking price gouging, man. I'm telling you, these prices about to go up really high. Like if you are somebody out there that's a collector, you might want to get your games like ASAP.
Yeah.
ASAP, because you about to be paying like $500, $600, $700, probably more than that for some titles. And I know that there are some rare titles that if you go to some of these retro stores, I know that there are some titles that are like already like $300. Like I think it's oh gosh, I think it's the first or the second original Silent Hill is about $300. Yeah, I'm not kidding. Parasite's Eve, about $400. We're talking about titles that you haven't laid eyes on in person in decades. And they've just jacked the prices up on them. What's up, Carlos?
You know what? I'm gonna go check something out.
PS5 is lacking more uniqueness. Yeah, I'm telling you, the PlayStation 5, again, it's not a bad system, Carlos. It's just not that much better than the 4. Like there are some people who have a 4, and now they'll ask me, "Hey, is it worth getting the 5?" And I said, "No. Just keep what you got. Just stay with the 4." Unless there are some titles you just absolutely want to play, like Requiem and God of War, Ragnarok, and whatever else. Stay with the 4.
Yeah. Polo, I'm with you, bro. I have a PC and I'm good. Like, don't get me wrong, I love my Xbox, but once I got that PC, I only use my Xbox just to watch people on Twitch and YouTube. I mean, there are some times that I wish that I still had my Xbox because I grew up playing like the NCAA games, and when they brought college football back, it was only exclusive to Xbox or to the consoles. Now the new one is on PC, and I was like, I'm getting it. Don't care what the price is. I'm getting it.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, eventually most people are gonna go PC because there are a lot of content creators out there, but most of them just stream from consoles, and I'm sure most people want a PC because graphics and being able to hold more games and this, that, and the third. But I mean, still doesn't really beat having a console as some to some people.
Yeah. I guess if you're going for experience, the PC would be the way to go. There's just no way a console can stand toe to toe with a powerful PC with a powerful GPU.
Yeah.
And
especially when you're playing like Call of Duty and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I became a part of the PC family in 2021. Is when I got my first PC, and I got my second one last year. So I have 2. One of them, I don't know. I need to have it looked at. There's some minor issues going on with it. You remember, like it's been a whole year since I bought this thing, and it don't even look like it. But PC gaming, it's always been around, but I don't think that it was as popular back in the day as it is right now. Because you're always gonna have people who have just personal preferences, console versus computer, PC. But like you said, I think for a content creator, it's essential for you to have a PC. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to have one, whether it's high end or low end, whatever the case may be. You have to have one, and I love mines. Like I have no regrets. Like if I just had that PlayStation back there, I wouldn't be able to do all this right here. I just wouldn't. Like I don't know if you've ever streamed from a console before.
I have,
but it's night and day. It's like night and day when it comes to like what you're able to do or what you have access to versus being on a computer.
And it's too many cords to connect.
Yeah, it's just too much of a hassle, man. It's a headache.
Because I remember when I originally started streaming, I streamed from my Xbox, and but the way I had it at the time, I think this was before they started putting Twitch on consoles. Like I had it connected to a laptop, connected to my TV as a monitor, and then connected to another monitor, and it was just too many cords. So that's why I love my PC. I ain't gotta do all that.
When we first started streaming, like I said, we didn't have PCs. We just had the PlayStation 4, and yeah, it was out. I remember we had a laptop at the time. I knew nothing about PC gaming, so I didn't think it mattered what type of laptop it was. And I tried to stream off of a super weak, like a $200 laptop. Well, I tell you, that was embarrassing.
Yeah, you were breakdancing.
Oh, it was so embarrassing. I had to go back and delete those clips. It was terrible. It was like
man.
like freaking comic book. Man, it was bad, bro. It was terrible, bro. And I remember my cable guy. He was like, "Bro, you need something a lot more powerful than this. Like this ain't gonna cut it." Yeah. But here we are today, man. I mean, like I said, the conversation, folks, is, physical media it's in danger. I know we said, it's dying, but it's in danger right now. And to some people, this might be a pointless conversation. To each his own. But again, if you are from our generation, then you would agree with everything that we're saying right now, because that, like you said, that feeling of midnight releases for particular games, that feeling of, having everybody come on over and pop the game and you just play together, or just ripping the wrapper off the game, some days is done.
Mm-hmm.
They're done now. You got some cats that's like, well, you change, embrace the change. And I said this in our group chat, that this is actually, and we'll probably do a part 2 on this, because I feel like this is really not about video games. Like this is about the direction of the world, like the direction of what is about to appear to be normal, and that everything that we know as being normal now will be outdated.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in my opinion, it's not such a good thing. Really not. But again, we can say that for another day as far as like conversating. Is there anything else, man, we got to cover, my man?
No, I don't think so. I think we have definitely spoken our piece. And we definitely appreciate the comments in the chat as well, whether you're on Twitch or YouTube. But if anybody else has anything else they want to say, feel free to put it in the chat. Do we have any shameless plugs that we want to add?
I don't really have any shameless plugs right now at the moment. I think we talked about this last week. It's just, I'm just trying to make sense of, what it looks like for me to, just get back into streaming again. Crafty, she probably here. I was like, I could do it this weekend, and then yesterday came, and then we got busy. I'm like, well, maybe next time, or whatever the case may be. And I just told myself, you can't keep doing that. At some point, you have to just do it. Otherwise, it's never going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, I've been making a lot of content on Instagram. My Instagram is starting to actually like grow, and I'm really happy about that. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to push that audience over to, here, Twitch or YouTube, or whatever the case may be, because a number of years ago, I used to do that with Twitter. And, Twitter obviously is not the same as it, used to be back in the days.
Right.
Completely different platform. But I've always felt like, I've always preached, I'll say, you have to be on other social media platforms to build up an audience, because, with Twitch,
mm-hmm.
The discoverability is trash. And, the only way somebody's really going to find you is if they click on a random stream and bam, there you are. And that's not really, I'm that's nothing wrong with that, but you also want, to build up an audience somewhere as well and have them come to where you are on a particular time. But
right,
I'm just trying to make sense of what I get to, because again, my life is, life is good, really good right now, but it's very busy, really, really busy. So just, if you see me go live, you just see me live. I'm just gonna put it like that. I don't want to promise anybody anything, but just know that I'm really, really close to hitting that go live button.
Yeah, same here, because I never know. I never know when I can go live. And there'll be some days where I can't go live. I just, like you, just choose not to. But honestly, I've been finding myself having more fun gaming offline than anything. I pop in people's stream and they're like, "When are you playing? When are you gonna get back on Resident Evil 2?"
Right.
I'm like, "Bro, I don't have a clue."
Do you remember where you at?
I just got to the parking garage.
Okay.
So yeah.
Carlos, you're right. It can be like a black hole. You gotta be careful with Instagram. But yeah, I feel you on that. It's peaceful to play off stream. Yeah, it definitely is.
It really is, man. Because sometimes I get on stream. I'm gonna be real. Sometimes I get on stream like I really don't want to entertain nobody. I don't want to talk. I just want to just boot the game up and go.
Yes, that part right there. Sometimes you just don't want to talk to nobody, man. You just want to sit there.
I just want to I don't want you get my starting soon screen, and then I'm going straight into the game.
I understand.
I'll greet you as you come in.
Right. I feel you. Absolutely. But yeah, I mean, the desire to stream is there, but again, what that looks like, with your family and my family as well.
Mm-hmm.
In a perfect world, I would do it at night, like maybe like 9 o'clock or something like that. But then the next obstacle is me being tired.
Because you get up at like 4 o'clock.
I'll be tired, man. I'm like, man, I'm just gonna sit here. A lot of times, truth be told, me and Crafty, you saw the videos. We back here. We sit on the floor. We game. We've been playing Final Fantasy 7, and I'm going through Resident Evil Requiem again. I just sit down there or in this chair and just have a good time and just play.
Yeah,
and just leave it at that. So I can't say I don't miss it. I like to go back and watch some of my old clips and stuff, and it just brings back some memories. I say, man, such a good time. And I don't want to say it's past, but I'm also not breaking my neck to do it either. So
yeah, I think for me, I'm just waiting for a little bit to get a little bit older because I know she's gonna want to come in here.
Oh yeah, cameo. Yeah. Well, folks, we definitely have enjoyed your company here today, engaging in today's conversation. It's always a blessing, to have y'all here with us and engage and just go back and forth and take the time out of your day to, converse back and forth with the podcast here. I really do hope everybody out there has had a great 4th. Some of y'all are like celebrating the whole weekend. And if that's you, be safe out there, y'all. It's crazy out here and really, really crazy. So just, whatever you choose to do, be safe and, make it to work on Monday.
Right. Most definitely. Again, if you are on YouTube, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Comment below your thoughts on, the physical media going extinct or being endangered, as D said. We did touch on the couple that climbed the Empire State Building, but we really wanted to talk more so about the gaming part.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
So definitely leave a comment below. We would definitely appreciate it. We are on Spotify as well. When I get some time, I will upload the audio to our channel, to our Spotify as well. And that way, if you missed the live, you can catch the audio, listen to it while you're driving, while you're at work, whatever the case may be. But other than that, guys, y'all have a great rest of your evening. And if you see one of us go live, just stop by and say hi.
Right. If you see it.
if you see us, that is. Dubstream, we appreciate it, Queen. We hope y'all have a great rest of your evening, and we will catch y'all later.
Yes. Take it easy.
And since you guys didn't get to hear the intro, you'll hear it on the outro.
I don't know what the heck that was all about.
I mean, neither. I have no idea. Come get at me, Peter. I got you, Polo. All right, y'all. Have a good one. Y'all know me, Big the Legend G, with my co-host Initial D, bringing that heat in the Twitch street. Grab your popcorn, kick up your feet, sit back, relax. We about to blow. Welcome to our channel. Enjoy the show. Hey.
Hard conversation, brain stimulation, BGID, no imitation. Look, pull up on the mic. Two bitty guys is rocking the night. Sub on YouTube and follow on Twitch. I guarantee it's gonna be a hit. It's showtime.